The most important question you can ask yourself today is this: what do you want? Not what your parents want, not what looks good on paper. What do I truly want? You can't make me want something I don't desire. You can dangle opportunities in front of me, but if they don't align with my purpose, I won't take them. Here's the truth. Many of you are accepting anything because you haven't figured out what you actually want. I'm certain you leave today, I want you these questions. What do you want in your relationships? What do you want with your family? What do you want for your health? What do you want financially? Stop waking up like life is an accident. Once you discover what you want, spend every day of your life pursuing it with relentless focus. I want to share a story that transformed my life. Years ago, I'm certain at an event where Bob Proctor was speaking, and even going there and hoping to meet him. I went there T-T-I-N-T-N-T-O of meeting him. I told the organizer, I have one request, not want. You see, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I knew Bob Proctor was instrumental in helping me get there. We didn't connect by chance or osmosis. I made it happen because I was crystal clear on my goals. When we finally sat down, I nervously offered to pay him for his time. Kid, competition is for amateurs. I'm a professional. You couldn't take my clientele, even if you tried. That moment taught me something profound. What you want with absolute clarity, the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Why aren't you fired up? Why are you hidden snooze? Because you don't have a compelling reason to get out of bed. Let me tell you about my friend. He was carrying an extra 65 pounds. People ask me, what program? What diet? The answer was simple. He had a son. He wanted to be in his son's life longer, so he made the change. Not because of a fitness plan, but because he finally had his WHY. Certain that you haven't activated your full potential because you don't know what you want. Meanwhile, someone who does know what they want, helping them build THEIR dreams, and you're frustrated about it. The difference, they have clarity. You don't. When opportunities come my way now, I evaluate them against my vision. Someone calls with an offer that doesn't align. I say no. They threaten to hang up. I tell them to go ahead. I guarantee you the month, 30 other opportunities will come. Why? Because I know my value. I know what I want. And even biggest organizations have approached me with impressive offers. But if it doesn't match my purpose, the answer is no. You can't dangle something shiny in front of me and expect me to jump at it. That comes your way because you haven't defined what you want. So here's my challenge. Here today, knowing EXSPTLY, what you want. Be specific. Write it down. What do you want in your marriage? In your health? How much do you want to earn? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop drifting through life. Let you know what you want. Dedicate the rest of your life to pursuing it. I need you to be transparent with yourself right now.
You acknowledge you're not walking in your greatness yet. You're not living at your full potential.
And even though that you're accepting things you shouldn't accept, raise your hand mentally. Most people aren't going after what they truly want. He in serious goal setters are only pursuing what they think they can achieve, not what they actually desire. Here's a powerful example. My wife and I were looking at homes. I was looking at $2 to $3 million properties. A $50 million home. I said, that's way out of our range. She replied, not mine. I asked who was going to pay for it. She said, who said you had to? That moment stopped me in my tracks. I was about to settle. My wife was thinking bigger than me. She said, but Twychess is where we're going. How many of you are merely surviving? You're not thriving. You're not pursuing your dreams. You're just getting by. Listen carefully. You can read all the books you want. You can attend all the seminars. You can invest thousands of dollars. But if while you don't change, nothing changes. However, everything around you transforms. It transforms. I speak with authority because I'm talking about my life. I ate from trash cans. I lived in abandoned buildings. But I had no excuse for that lifestyle. My father wasn't in my life, was a teenage parent. But those aren't excuses. Is an excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. I didn't get a new father. I didn't get a new mother. What changed? I stopped being a victim. I stopped waiting for good things to happen to me. I decided to make things happen. And here's something I can't fully explain, but you need to feel this: winners win and losers lose. And I know exactly how it happens. But if you create a culture of losing in your life, if you keep being a victim and letting people treat you poorly, it becomes your reality. Stop making excuses and find a way to do why. Everything shifted, even though it went from 1,500 to 3,000 to 5,000 to 7,000 participants. External changed during that growth. We were still in a basement office, no business cards, no 5-year plan. We focused on Y and ING. I focused more on winning than on structure. And here's the secret. Just win one day at a time. Win one small battle. I win when I serve my family. I win when I show up fully at work. I win when I speak at a school. Every small victory builds momentum. Stop trying to blow up overnight. Get some baby wins first. Be faithful with the small things, and you'll be made ruler over many. Be faithful with what's in front of high school right now. I started as a high school dropout. Now, my next goal is a Nobel Peace Prize. Why? Because the kind of challenge that excites me. But here's what's important. Nobel Peace Prize with character flaws. You can't achieve that level while living inconsistently with your values. Sure, if you're trying to be number one in your company, you can't oversleep. If you're trying to reach the highest levels, that's where you wake up at 3 in the morning when necessary. That's why you write on airplanes instead of watching movies. Your daily habits should align with your biggest goals. Don't try to copy my routine unless you're trying to accomplish what I'm accomplishing. Discover your path. Know what you want. The secret to success isn't complicated. You don't need money to start. You don't need connections. You don't need a network. More, put forth more to you than you've ever given before. That's it. I started giving away free motivational content. 2 years, 3 years. Most people never even heard of me. Rebounds before it went viral. But I kept going. Nobody paid me. Nobody asked me to do it. Just consistent effort. Certain it went from giving 60% effort to 70 to 80 to 90 to 100 to 120%. 20 level, everything exploded. Last year, introduced as one of the top motivational speakers in the world, alongside Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and Bob Proctor. Even though wasn't chasing recognition. I was chasing excellence. Here's what's difficult for most people. You want guarantees from others, but you won't guarantee anything to yourself. You demand your money back from a company if they don't deliver. I'm certain you demanded your money back from who are off when you let yourself down. I let me down until you reach that point. You'll keep blaming others, your circumstances, your background. But have you ever looked at yourself and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not putting in 120%. I let myself down. I don't care how much someone pays me. If I choose to speak for $300 at an elementary school or free at a prison, and so I give the same 120% I give when someone pays me 100,000. Why? To always give my best, regardless of external validation. You owe you an explanation. You owe you an apology for settling. Put yourself on trial. Look at yourself and ask, why am I only giving 50%? Put yourself on restriction. No TV. No junk food. No alcohol. Not right now while you're building. You need to tell that you owe yourself something extraordinary. I didn't get where I am by making excuses. Yes, I wasn't going to wait forever for him to show up. Yes, there's racism. Me from becoming a millionaire. Nobody stopped me but me. And nobody's stopping you but you. Only way to reach 120% is to be in PAIN at 70%. If you're comfortable at 60%, you have to get to the point where it hurts us. Where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. When you refuse to accept mediocrity one more day, execution is worship. When you execute at the highest level, start with a 7-day execution plan, then 21 days, then 30. I promise you, when you execute, you'll reach a completely different level of life. Now, go. Unlock the best version of you.